A Crash Lesson in Kindness by Irene Sheehan of The Rule, 2515. Narrated by Janine Penfold. That day started like any other. The 8 a.m. rush to get the child out of the house and to school. "What do you mean you don't want to go to the school swimming carnival?" I say through clenched teeth. "I'm no good at swimming, Mum." Tears from child. "Just get in the car," I say, my voice rising. Child gets in. I plant my foot, and on arrival, double park outside the school gates. More tears from the child. "Go!" I yell. Slow as a sloth, he gets out of the car. My first meeting is at 9:30 a.m. The traffic creeps, every light is red, and the knot in my stomach twists. I park the car, slam the door, and rush to the meeting. I take 3 deep breaths as I enter the room late. I apologise to my in-your-face difficult client. My body is tense. I talk incessantly for an hour. The client leaves. Still not happy. Back in the car and on to the next meeting. It's a busy road with speed cameras and red traffic lights. A green light ahead. Yes, my luck has changed. I accelerate. But then everything changes. Time stops. And the lesson begins. On my left, a blue car is heading straight for me. I slam on the brakes, confused, and I look in the rear vision mirror. There's a red light. And I realise with sickening clarity I've just gone through it. The other driver's face is panic-stricken. We both brake hard, but it's the point of no return. A collision is imminent. For some reason, I don't tense. Survival instinct clicks in, and I relax my whole body. Screeching brakes, crunching metal, and then impact. A gigantic jolt ricochets me back, then forwards. I'm about to jettison into the steering wheel. Suddenly, a strange new world descends. An enormous bang, the smell of burnt rubber, smoke, and a whiteout as the airbag engulfs me. I sit in the middle of a busy intersection. It's extremely dangerous. Cars screech to a halt to avoid hitting me. The blue car is battered and stationary. I sit paralysed for what seems like a long time, but it's only seconds. Unexpectedly, there's a scraping metal sound as the door opens. A calm but authoritative male voice says, "Do exactly what I say. Turn off the engine." I obey. "What's your name? What day is it?" "I'm Kathy Haig," I say, "and it's Tuesday." What silly questions, I think. "Are you okay?" my rescuer asks, concern in his voice. "I think so." I try to get out of the car. He says, "Don't move." Obedient as a puppet, I nod. "Undo your seatbelt. Move when I tell you to." The traffic is coming from all directions now, fast and navigating around the stationary cars. "Stand up." He takes my arm and checks the traffic. I stand, a miserable shell of my former self. He holds a hand up and stops oncoming traffic. Grasping me firmly, he tells me to walk. My legs are like jelly, but I obey. Curious onlookers crowd around. The footpath reached, my rescuer points to the gutter. "Sit down, don't move." He rests a comforting hand on my shoulder, ensuring I don't move. Shock sets in. I shake uncontrollably. A man is sitting in the gutter next to me. Our eyes connect. I want to hide. "You're the person I hit," I say in the smallest of voices. I expect a blast of words back. Instead, he takes my hand. "Yes," he says gently. "Are you okay?" I nod. "Your car?" I ask, looking at the blue mangled mess. He says, "I'm not hurt And you're not hurt. It's all that matters. My tears start. I whisper, "Thank you." He holds my hand. My considerate rescuer asks, "Are you thirsty?" I'm parched with a thirst like I have never known. I nod my head. He disappears, and a few minutes later returns with 2 cold bottles of water. He hands one to me. I drink and drink. Like in a dream, things happen around me. Tow truck drivers arrive from all directions, and soon there's a line of trucks on the median strip. "Ride off your car, love. You're lucky to be alive. Buy yourself a lottery ticket," a tow truck driver says. The police, ambulance, and my husband appear from what seems like nowhere. "I am so sorry," I say to the blue car driver. He says, "We're okay. Remember, that's all that matters." Such kindness. I look around for my rescuer. He's disappeared. I ask the onlookers. No one knows who he is, where he came from, where he's gone to. Such kindness from a stranger. Ambos examine me with care and kindness. Police breath test me, and then in a kind and respectful way take a statement. Tow truck driver waves goodbye. "Don't worry, love. I'll sort this end out for you." Such kindness. My husband gently escorts me to his car and drives me home. I sit on the couch and cry. So very out of character for me. "I've rung your work," says my husband. "Your boss says take a few days off. Get well." Such kindness. I settle at home for the afternoon. Family buzz around me. "Eat. Sleep, Mum. It's okay," says son, who I'd shouted at that morning. He makes me laugh with funny swimming carnival stories. So sweet, so kind. The blue car man calls me the next day. I hold my breath, anxious what he might say. But he's ringing to check that I am well. One of the worst days of my life? Maybe, but maybe not. What I remember most about that day is how kind people were. Sometimes life delivers a strong message. I see the world differently now. I am a kinder person. The end.